Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. Welcome back to Movie Monday. So this week, there was literally no time for me to watch a movie. I was busy recording a lot of videos and working, so because of that, we're doing this today. We're doing a Batman movie villains Tiermaker and also a movies Tiermaker. A few issues. I was aiming for live action only, so this is correct. This has got all the movies right here. But this one, for the villains, it doesn't include the 66 movie. I did a marathon, by the way. I did a marathon of all the Batman movies. I watched all the Batman movies in a row. I've seen Dark Knight Trilogy like 30 times, and I've seen BVS a few times as well. But like the Tim Burton ones and the two sequels to that, those 4 movies and 66, I watched for the first time in a marathon like a few months ago. So since I've done those, I thought, you know what, let's do a Tiermaker on them. And as for the villains, there's no 66 movie one. But based on they had 4 villains. The Joker would be here, he was funny. And the other 3 would be like in a C, probably. Riddler maybe a D, actually. I liked the Riddler. Nah, C. Yeah, Joker in B, the other 3 in C. That's how I'd rank the 66 Batman villains. As for the rest, though, let's try and rank this. Heath Ledger has to be the top for me. He is the GOAT. He was such a good Joker. You could argue that other versions were better, like, you know, Mark Hamill obviously had a great Joker. And you could argue that he was better, but in terms of live action, Heath Ledger, for me, he's at the top, and he was just absolutely brilliant. And as a villain in general, he's one of the best villains of all time, I think. So he's got to be up there. Jack Nicholson was also a great Joker. I did like him, but I put him in A. Maybe it's because there's no nostalgia there, because I didn't grow up with him. I didn't watch his movie until I didn't watch Batman 1989 until 2020, or 2019, I think. So because I didn't grow up with it, there's no nostalgia there. That's probably why I don't rate him in the S category, but he was still great. I put him in the A category. Mr. Freeze, what's killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. The way he said it, he's a D. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's a movie to forget. Jim Carrey's Riddler. Look, he was funny. He was funny, but come on now. Come on, no. I like Jim Carrey, and to be fair, like, it was a Jim Carrey performance. And if it was like a normal movie, I'd be like, yeah, it was quite funny. But as the Riddler, nah, just no. I've seen much better versions of Riddler since then. Or, well, actually, I watched it after that. But still, you get the points. Oh, Catwoman. I prefer this version of Catwoman, that's for sure. She's not really a villain. I mean, she's a villain, she's a thief, but like, she's sort of like on the edge of both. She's not like a full-on villain. And in this one, she's a bit more of a villain. I'm gonna put her in either a B or a C. A C, I think. I think I'm gonna put her in C. Scarecrow. Bit of Cillian Murphy. Bit of Tommy Shelby as a Scarecrow. I think he was good. Like, he was in the whole trilogy, in the whole Dark Knight trilogy. He always had a bigger role in the first movie, more prominent. But he was still there in the sequels, and I think Cillian played him quite well. I think it was quite a cool Scarecrow, scary looking, and it was quite interesting to see what his powers are like. I'm pretty sure seeing Batman Begins was my first impression of Scarecrow, and I was impressed. Like, I was a bit scared, but I was impressed. I was just like, that is a good incarnation of Scarecrow, so I was happy with that. So I'll put him in B, I think. Yeah, B. Wasn't a fan of him, honestly. I wasn't a fan of him. Didn't hate him, but wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan, not really. Good actor though, you know. I mean, they're all good actors, but like, you know, wasn't a fan of his character. Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. Either a B or a C. There's a flipping fly in. Okay. What on earth, mate? Get out. Like, she was good, but obviously her role wasn't like that. Like, obviously she was in Dark Knight Rises. I'll put her in B. I think she's in between there though. She was good. Just wasn't like amazing, but she was good. Great actress as well. Oh yeah, this is the weird Bane, who I wasn't a big fan of, but I put him in a C. With this version of Poison Ivy, I'm just like, nope. but she was better than all of these. Actually, she wasn't as Riddler. Jim Carrey Riddler was better than all of these. Hey, this Penguin wasn't too bad. This Penguin was fine. I put him in at the top of C, I think. Why is this guy even here? Genuinely, why is he here? Get out of here, mate. He's definitely lost. The only cool thing he did was get kidnapped by Batman in China. That's Talia, right? Yep, I'm pretty sure. In terms of like I wasn't like a big fan of her, but in terms of the story, it connected really well with the first movie. It tied in really nicely. When they did the twist at the end with who she actually was, I was impressed by that. Up until that point, I'm just like, eh. Then I was like, oh, then there was that twist, who she turned out to be, and I'm like, okay, that's a lot more interesting. I like what you did there. Still don't think she was amazing, but you know, the storyline was kind of good. Was kind of good at the end. But for me, it's a C. For me, she's a C. Even though she was a villain the whole time, she wasn't really the villain until you found out in the last 20 minutes. Bane, I liked Bane. A lot of people don't like him, this version of him, but I think Tom Hardy knocked it out of the park. I think it was fantastic as Bane, and he was part of some great fight scenes as well with Batman, so he's got to be up here. Maybe an A, top of B. Top of B, I think. Two-Face, very complex, and obviously had one bad day that like the Joker wanted, and obviously a tragic thing happened. But in terms of story and everything, he was just so good. For me, he's above Bane. I'll put him in B, maybe an A actually. No, I'll stick him in B. Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson. I did like him. I liked him a lot. I'm gonna put him here above Bane. I really did like him. I think he was a very good villain. For me, Batman Begins was almost as good as The Dark Knight. It wasn't that far off, and he was one of the reasons why it was so good. So he's got to put it there. Two-Face. Obviously, this version was great. This version, I didn't dislike. I thought it was fine. Put him there, I think. Above Bane. Above Catwoman. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm being a bit more critical. I'm being a bit more harsh. No one's getting too high, aside from the Jokers at the moment. I might move him up, actually. I'm going to move him up. Yeah, that looks more... That looks more balanced. Falcone. Is it Maroni in it as well in the Dark Knight trilogy? Yeah, he is. But he's hardly there anyway. Falcone. Falcone, I should say. You know, he's just, you know, he's a mob boss. He's not really like, he's never really the main part of the story. He's just a mob boss that's there, that needs to be taken down by Batman. Aside from that, you know, like for what it is, it was fine. I think I would have just put him here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't love him, didn't hate him. It's just that his role wasn't that big, so it's not like I can judge him on like how complex he is or how menacing he is. He wasn't there that much, but he was still a main part of it. But yeah, I'll put him there. So here's my ranking then. There we go. Those are the D section. I didn't dislike all of these. I thought Jim Carrey was funny. It's just that as Riddler, just didn't. He just wasn't that good. He had a cringe line, obviously. Poison Ivy. That no comments. No comments. I don't know why these two are here. This guy, he wasn't even that bad, but I'm just meh on him. Bane, for some reason, is in C. I'm gonna put him down to D. I apologize. All right. Yeah. Don Falcone is there. Catwoman from obviously Tim Burton is there. Was he in Batman Returns, or was she in Batman Returns or Forever? Burton or Schumacher, whichever one. Obviously that one. Two-Face from those movies as well. Penguin. Talia al Ghul from Dark Knight Rises. Might be a bit harsh, but yeah, I think she was good. I liked her. Catwoman, obviously, from Dark Knight Rises. Scarecrow, Dark Knight Trilogy. Bane from Dark Knight Rises, and then obviously got a lot more of the trilogy here. You got Ra's al Ghul, you got Two-Face, got Heath Ledger up there in the yes category, and obviously over there you got Jack Nicholson from 1989. So there we go. There's my tier list for Batman. And I haven't done this yet. I almost forgot. Right, let's do this one. This will be quite quick. Dark Knight is in the yes category. Batman Begins for me is almost as good as Dark Knight. I stand by that. It is really damn good. Dark Knight Rises, I think it kind of slipped up compared to those two, to be honest with you. It was good. It delivered good fight scenes. I do love the movie, and the ending was emotional and great, but as a movie as a whole, it wasn't as good as it should have been. It wasn't as good as the other two anyway. So that's not to say it's bad. Like, those two are great, but like this one for me was the weakest easily. But I'm gonna still put it in B because I do like it a lot. 66, it was a fun time. I put it in C. 89 is B. BVS 3-hour version. Honestly, I put it in A. I like the 3-hour version, not the theatrical version, but the 3-hour version, extended cut, Ultimate Edition. I'm talking about that. I think was actually pretty good. So yeah, I stand by that. Batman Returns, I put it in C. I liked it, but it was alright. Yeah, that one's a D for me. I did like parts of it, but it's a D for me. And F. So there we go. I think I put Rises in A. No, I put it in B. 89 above Rises as well. So there we go. Batman Robin in F. Forever in D. 66. I'll move up here to C. Returns is in the C category. 66, Dark Knight Rises, and 89 in B. BVS in A, and in S, Dark Knight, Batman Begins. This is your boy David. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.